Okay, so the Mandalorian, the last episode, it opens up with two like not stormtroopers. Well, they are stormtroopers, but they're like little biker guys.
Yeah.
Right. They're little speed guys from like Return of the Jedi. That's the one with Mark Hamill. He's got the green lightsaber and the Ewoks in the Force. The older movie. So you see them in the little speeders, and they're having banter.
And that was great.
That was dope. I love that banter. I'm glad you enjoyed that banter as well. I really like that banter because it seemed real.
It did.
It was comedic. And of course those guys would be assholes. They're like military guys.
Right.
I think besides the banter, which was really great, I think they were shooting at some of the shit in the ground
and was doing a terrible job. They was doing a terrible job.
They were fucking up, bro.
This is why no one trusts me.
Because I think they were addressing like the meme that that's fine. We just turn around.
Oh man.
No, you good, bro. We got this. No, I think they were addressing the meme that like stormtroopers can't hit for shit.
Yeah.
You know, they have bad aim and they showed it. And I think the other thing that was really, really interesting, does anything else stand out from that like little scene? Because there's a really big thing.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. They punched the shit out the baby, bro.
Oh, yeah, I did know
3 times, bro.
Yeah.
First one was like, shut up. Second one was like, shut up a little harder. And the last one, they gave that baby brain damage.
Yeah.
He's 50 years old, right? Mm-hmm. So his cranium's already developed. You know how like, you're not supposed to shake babies or press on their heads? Because their bones are still like forming, right? So, and he looks like a baby. We call him Baby Yoda, but he's 50 years old.
I kind of feel like he is still a baby. Like, he's a baby to how an alien is.
I think he's a baby how like elephants are babies. Like a baby elephant. Like a baby elephant's still pretty damn big. You know what I mean? Like I think it's formed. Whatever. The whole thing I'm saying, they punched the shit out that baby. They did. And I will react. I'm like, oh, bro, did you just punch a baby, dog? You are evil, bro.
Wow, you felt that hard for an alien.
Yeah.
That you know is like fake and everything. You're just like, damn.
Did you not? Did you like, oh, bro, they punched the baby?
I laughed.
Well, you're terrible.
I'm not even gonna lie. I did laugh.
I did think it was funny, but I'm like, oh, dude, like that's fucked up.
That is fucked up.
Because the sound, it was like it was a hard hit.
Because I like how long it took. It was a good like 3 minutes.
It was like a little like a Tarantino movie.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Like remember in Pulp Fiction when they're about to go kill dude and get the suitcase or whatever, and they're talking about like Royale with cheese and talking about
that is the best part of to me. Like that's one of the best parts of the movie because it was so chill, and it was like you don't usually see actors in movies just
regular,
just talk about something that has nothing to do with whatever. Because he was talking about in Pulp Fiction, he was talking about what they do in France, talking about McDonald's and how they call it, how they call it
with cheese.
Right, yeah. So,
I know the whole thing is like, they got the same shit we got over here. It's just a little bit different.
That had nothing to do with the fucking movie.
Yeah. And then the guy guessed it. He's like, because of the metric system. He's like, oh, check out the big brain on bread. The big brain on bread.
Yeah.
Yeah. So actually, no, I agree with you. I think,
but it had nothing.
It had no consequence to the story. They could have got that out of there, but it's better that they left it in there.
I love
because it feels. Even those guys you knew that those guys were gonna get their comeuppance. You knew that they were gonna get fucking like taken care of because they had the baby and the baby's the main character and they are not and they're evil. They don't even have faces. But the fact that they personalized them and gave them like personalities and attributes and believable ones and likable ones. Like these guys are pieces of shit, but they're the henchmen. And what do henchmen talk about? Henchmen shit. Henchmen are like, man, my evil villain boss is a pain in the ass. Like, and they legit were all like on the phone. Hey, can we like come in now? No, he's still talking. He's like, yo, he killed a dude for interrupting. Remember? He said like some guy, their buddies. And I'm like, bro, I'd wait until it's.
You're right. They did. He was like, oh wait.
He's like, fuck, bro. And the guy was like, come on, man, let me see the baby, dog. And he's like, you just want to see the baby, you just want to see what it looks like. Yeah. What will we feed it, bro? Did it die? Like, he's doing that.
I love all that. I love because I forgot what he said. He was like, we can't see the baby because of this reason. And then he like talking, he kept going on like, yeah, let's see the baby. He's like, did you not just hear what I just said about seeing the baby? No, you can't see the baby.
I love that. Yeah, I think that was one of the best parts. The droid going like, at some point on a speeder.
Which that was badass though. That was badass, like how he came in there and started blasting, because he switched his body around, moving the baby out of danger and stuff like that. Yeah. Which at some point I was like, you're still putting the baby completely in danger, because then he jumped in the middle where they all circled around. I was like, there's no way you can move the baby back and forth,
he's a robot, bro. They calculate really fast. What else? Baby Yoda, there's an explosion. There was a fire stormtrooper. Mm-hmm. You know, like he had like a little bit of red.
He looked badass.
And he looked cool. It is just a red paint job, and
it was basic, but it was like, you know, this dude means business.
Yeah.
He came up in there.
There's a reason why I got this red on me. Yeah. And then he came up with the flamethrower, and then like Baby Yoda's like, nah, I protect you. Mm-hmm. You know, that's a callback to something else, I think. So the guy that writes this thing, Dave Filoni, he worked. You ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender? Yes. He wrote the first season of that.
Wow, that's dope.
Yeah, Robert told me that. And he did Star Wars Rebels. And in that show, there's a Jedi Master and his Padawan, right? And his like the guy he's teaching, and like they get caught by the Empire. And similar situations, somebody shoots. They're standing on top of a gas tank, right? And then so there's a ship. He's trying to get the people to get into the ship to survive. Okay. And he's got his Padawan right here, the Jedi Master is up there, and there's another ship, and he's like, pew, pew, it shoots at him, and that shit hits the gas. And it's basically like hitting like a tank of gas. Like, it just shit explodes, but they slow it down, and he legit like is stopping all of the fire like that, like on some Phoenix shit. Like, she's using some kinetic force, but it's, you know, the force. And then he's like pushing his friends away and kind of getting them in there because they want to help him. He's like, I got this. And then at the end, he kind of just holds it until they're safe, and then he just sacrifices himself. And that the one where Baby Yoda kind of does that, it was, I think it really was a callback to that, because that dude was the creator of that. You know what I mean? Like, it was the same scene but a little different. It was just a badass scene to stop fire with the Force.
It's just a formula he knows. Like, he knows that
works.
Scene worked. Yeah,
it's tried and true. And everybody did react like, oh shit, you know. So that was pretty badass, and Baby Yoda, he went like that. Tell the baby to do the magic thing. Do the magic thing. Remember, like the
the guy,
Carl Weathers. Yeah. He was like, do the magic thing, baby. And he goes like, come on, go like that, baby. And baby's just like waves at him. You didn't see this. He crawls out of it.
I seen all this. Oh, I didn't even know. I didn't know. Like, I wasn't paying attention. Like, I was looking up. Like, okay.
Do you know what that is?
No.
That's important. So that sword, what does it look like?
Looks like a lightsaber.
Do you think it's a lightsaber?
Not really, just because it looks more like a sword.
It is a lightsaber.
It is a lightsaber.
It is, but it's a special lightsaber. So that is called the dark saber. So the dark saber is a Mandalorian relic. It's a Mandalorian lightsaber. So Jedis and Mandalorians used to be at war because the Mandalorians were kind of like the Mongols. You know, they were an empire. They're trying to conquer shit. And the Jedis were peaceful, and they're like, hey, bro, like, calm down with that war, bro. Like, chill out. And they're like, fuck you, pansies, bro. And they adapted their suits and their gadgets to fight Jedi specifically. Okay. So the reason why they all have the little harpoon, the little and then the fire, and they have like rockets, is so they can deal with like Jedis that are fucking hopping around using the Force and shit. So they can just grab onto them and do that kind of stuff. And this warring went on for like generations until one guy in Mandalore, like in the planet, was born, and he had the Force. Like, no Mandalorian has ever had the Force, but he had the Force. And he actually went and became a Jedi. He went to the Jedi Temple. And he came back, and when it became time to construct his lightsaber, he's like, well, he was representative of his culture. He was like, well, my people, we have swords. So the lightsaber I'm gonna make is a lightsaber, but the way he designed it became like dark, so it's like a dark saber. There in Star Wars, there's also things called vibroblades. They can kind of stand up to lightsabers. It's kind of like a vibroblade lightsaber, and this relic, he was like their greatest warrior, and it signifies that whoever wields it is Mandalore. Mandalore is like the Genghis Khan, like the leader of the Mandalorians. Like, this guy's the most badass Mandalorian. You bow down to him. And if you wield it, that means you're that one dude. Then you can have, anybody can challenge you for it, but you're gonna keep it, you know, because you're that guy, right? So the fact that they introduced that sword, it kind of goes on with the fact that the Empire has been looting these planets, because they stole their Beskar steel, and I'm sure they also stole their relics, and they stole.
Oh yeah, I was about to say, what is he doing with it then?
So the Empire stole his their most important relic. You know, like this happens in history too. Like a lot of paintings, like in Nazi Germany when the Nazis were going around, like Nazis started stealing a lot of classical paintings worth a lot of money and just storing them. You know. And so I feel like this guy did the same thing too. Like the Empire's taking over shit, and he's like, "Oh, that's a pretty dope lightsaber, yoink!" You know. And so the reason why I think is pretty important is that it has all this lore, and it's a pretty big deal. And I feel like the Mandalorian, that's gonna become his sword. I feel like he's destined to be the most badass one.
Oh, you think he? I don't know if he's destined to be the badass one, but
okay. Oh, I had another thought too. This is where we're reaching like fan fiction type shit. Like so, the Baby Yoda. Oh, I like how he got his little sigil. Remember we got the little horn beast or whatever. He's creating a pretty strong bond with the baby he has, and I'm sure the baby is learning from the Mandalorian. So he's got a necklace, and his necklace is the symbol for Mandalorians, right? And the little skull that he has, like all Mandalorians, kind of like have that symbol. It's like their flag or whatever.
Right.
And what I think is funny is that Baby Yoda having that is kind of ridiculous. It's kind of like when a white dude, like, you know, like hangs out with a bunch of black dudes, or like there's like interracial relationships, and then it's the guy who's not white because he's down for the cause. That's like a black power thing, you know what I mean? Or like Napoleon Dynamite, remember LaFonda when he?
I never watched that.
God damn it. Whatever, but I'm just saying it's pretty like that's their culture,
right?
And then he said, "Here's your medallion," you know, like it's like a wire wrapper with a chain. That's not a M&M. I'm like, what are you doing? You know?
I mean, yeah, I get what you're saying.
So what I'm saying, my fan theory, if the Mandalorian doesn't get the Darksaber, it'd be cool if Baby Yoda grew up, or we saw him grow up, although it takes forever, so probably it's not going to happen. But what if he had like a little baby Mandalorian version suit? Like imagine he could kind of move around faster.
Right. And
then he has like a little baby armor. And he gets like that type of helmet too, but it's like his ears are coming out of it. Like he's still like that, but his motherfucking ears can't fit, so there's holes to the side, and he's just like a little